Hello. Today is 11 November 2020. Welcome to our daily devotional. As we begin, let's pause and briefly consider together in quiet what we're grateful for today. Let's do that now. There's a story in Acts chapter 9. It reads like this. In Joppa, there was a certain disciple named Tabitha. She was always doing good and helping those in need. One day, she became sick and died, and her body was washed and placed in an upper room. The followers of Jesus who were in Joppa heard that Peter was in Lydda. Now Lydda was near Joppa, and so they sent for Peter to come and see if he might be of assistance. Upon arriving, Peter was shown to the upper room by the disciples. The widows were gathering all around, pressing into the room and to Peter, weeping and showing Peter the cloths and clothes that she, Tabitha, had made for them. There were so many people that Peter asked them all to depart so that he had space. And kneeling down on the ground, he placed his hands on Tabitha and said, "Tabitha, arise." The woman got up. And when the widows heard and the disciples heard, they were overjoyed, and many came to the Lord in that place. In Joppa, there was a disciple named Tabitha. She was always doing good and helping those in need. One day, she became sick and died. Her body was washed and she was placed in an upper room. The other disciples heard that Peter was nearby in Lydda, so they called for him. And upon Peter's arrival, he was shown to the upper room where Tabitha was. The widows were pressing into the room and to Peter, weeping, showing the cloths and the clothes that Tabitha had made for her when she was alive. It was so much the case that Peter asked for everyone to leave so that he might have some room. He knelt on the ground and placed his hands on Tabitha, the dead woman, and said, "Tabitha, arise." She rose up, and when she was presented again to the widows and the disciples, they were overjoyed and praised the Lord. And many came to trust in Jesus in that place. I love the description of Tabitha, a disciple of Jesus who is known for doing good and helping those in need. You know, we'll have a memorial service when we die, and it's often the case that there will be eulogies, but after some time, our life is often summarized into maybe a one sentence like that. How would people describe your life if they had to do that today? The widows and the disciples were so overwhelmed at the loss of Tabitha in their life that they took a chance and called Peter in the neighboring town. And I love the imagery of the widows weeping, showing Peter the fruit of Tabitha's labors in their hands. Tabitha gave. Can you picture yourself there? Where do you see yourself in the story? Are you one of the women? Are you Tabitha? Are you Peter? Or maybe standing nearby? Tabitha served out of her simple acts of service. What was available to her, she blessed others with. What simple acts of service can you use to bless others today? And if you were to imagine others gathering around your dead body, weeping at the love that was shown them by you, who would those people be? Who would be blessed such that they would weep? How could you reach out to serve those people this week? Let's pause now and do an examine of our day. As you consider the last 24 hours, what memories and moments rise to the surface for you as times when you felt God near to you, like a sense of consolation? Similarly, as you reflect on the last 24 hours, what experiences and conversations come to your attention as times when you felt desolation, a sense of God's presence being distant from you? As you consider this passage and this brief examine, what response can you make to God today? What invitation do you sense from God for you for today? Now, as we close, I invite you to talk to God as you would with a friend about the cares and concerns that you're carrying today. Go in peace, friend. You're loved.